Hello, this is Patrick. Welcome to Chart Built Wealth, profitable investing with technical analysis. Well, another tough day on Wall Street and for the U.S. stock market, as well as other markets. Luckily, we have a lot of energy and commodities, which are doing extremely well, but I have a couple of rating changes, so let's get into it. The first is XLK, the technology spider ETF that I initiated on yesterday. And I said, this is a great place to buy this because your risk is, I don't know, 1.5%. Your potential reward is 10%. So the reward to risk was very favorable. And so this is what it looked like when we purchased it on, let's see, what's today? Thursday on Wednesday. So we broke the support. I'll show you now. We're going from a buy to a neutral. And here it is. We clearly broke that. Each one of these candlesticks is 2 hours each bar. So yeah, we clearly broke it. This pattern is still in place. Maybe we come down to support and find a chance there to buy something. I'll keep you posted on that. At least it's something in the technology space that'll tell you when it's time to get in. Sometimes this could pop back above our stop tomorrow, and I'd go bullish again. We had to do that similar thing to Antero Resources before it works. So anyway, going to buy to neutral. Too much risk for me at this point. I'd rather cut my losses short, especially with the market being very volatile. And Brazil, we're going to buy to neutral. I'm going to be back on this one because there's still a lot more upside. But we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 year symmetrical triangle that we broke out of. We initiated here back in mid-December, and we're selling today with a gain of 12%. It's come down here the last 2 weeks. It was up about 20%, but much better than our market. And the price projection based on this pattern is 51, and we're at 36. So, this is something that I'm really going to be watching. I do think another high is coming. You can see on our relative strength index, when we hit this high, we got a higher high on our relative strength index, measuring the underlying oomph of the market, and it confirmed that high. Now, what will most likely happen and what normally happens is we'll hit eventually another high, and we'll have a lower high on our relative strength index that will give us a negative divergence and tell us to get out. So, here's the point and figure chart. On all these up, we had a vertical market here in Brazil. And every time I would do an update on the buy recommendations, I say you should be selling some, you should be selling some, you should be selling some, because you would have sold some at higher prices here, and now we're getting stopped at a lower price. But anyway, that when we look at the point and figure chart, this is the purest chart in my eyes. Point and figure, it's really just supply and demand. When you have demand, you get X's. When you get supply, when people are selling, you get O's or zeros. And anything over 10, a row of over 10 is called a pull, and that tells you that you're kind of overbought. And so this is no surprise. So we'll let this see how this settles, and we'll be looking for a reversal point and to get back in at a lower price. Thank you for watching Chart Built Wealth, profitable investing with technical analysis. Please like and subscribe. We're down to GameStop. Nervous about that with the market volatility. Small cap stocks are tough. We got MP Resources. We got Antero Resources. We've got the iShares commodity index at 70% energy, and we have India, which is barely hanging on. So energy is getting a little long in the tooth here, and I'm kind of starting to warm up to metals, and I'll be on about that. So have a great evening. Adios.